Alright, Jedis and lovers of the Sith. Today, I'm tackling the most sacred of internet pastimes. I'm ranking, yeah, I said ranking, Star Wars from utter rubbish to slightly less rubbish to maybe even brilliant. Oh, but before you flood my comments with your righteous indignation, remember this. These rankings come from IMDb itself, so they come from you, the people. Counting down from worst to best. Let's get going as we've got a lot of keech to wade through. 27, The Acolyte. A mystery so thrilling it makes tax audits look like pod races. Starring force-powered Karens who weaponise Yelp reviews against the Jedi Council. Star Wars Resistance. At 26, the animated equivalent of being trapped at a children's birthday party where the clown forgot the balloons but remembered the existential dread. 25, The Clone Wars. George Lucas's toy commercial accidentally got stretched into a 90-minute movie after a 3-martini lunch. Jar Jar's extended cameo, still war crime adjacent. 24, The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Proof that even plastic minifigs cringe at Christmas carols about the Force. Mind you, features more emotional depth than Episode 9's entire fucking script. 23, The Rise of the Skywalker. Somehow, Palpatine returned. Somehow, the script didn't. A film so desperate to please everyone, it pleased absolutely nobody. Including the cast that were forced to say this drivel with straight faces more retcons than a politician's memoir. 22, The Phantom Menace. Oh, Portman. Natalie Portman's Oscar bait role as woman who wears fancy hats and regrets signing contracts. At least Darth Maul had the good sense to barely speak. Oh, and super bonus. Midi-chlorians, the STD of the Force. 21, Attack of the Clones. Romance writing so bad it makes Twilight look like Shakespeare. Anakin's sand rant, still the most relatable thing in the prequels. Next, a Dune crossover perhaps? 20, Solo, a Star Wars story. A film that answers questions nobody fucking asked, like, how did Han get his surname? Really? That's the burning mystery of the galaxy? The Kessel Run was decent. The box office numbers were not. 19, The Last Jedi. Oh, good grief. A film so divisive it could start arguments in an empty room. Luke Skywalker milking alien sea cows wasn't on my Star Wars bingo card, but here we fucking are. About as peaceful as a Copland Road pub when someone insults Glasgow Rangers. Star Wars Visions at number 18. Japanese animation meets Star Wars, resulting in beautiful visuals that occasionally remember they're supposed to have a plot. Like eating a gorgeously decorated cake that tastes of absolutely nothing. 17. Obi-Wan Kenobi. 6 episodes of Vader doing his best impression of a haunted Roomba. Ewan McGregor's performance. Just phoning it in. Pay me now. I need a new motorbike. Ewan. 16. Skeleton Crew. Too new to properly mock, but if Disney's track record's in to go by, I'm keeping my expectations lower than a Jawa's height requirement. 15. The Book of Boba Fett. Oh, good grief. Alternative title, Boba's Guide to Retirement, or even How to Ruin the Galaxy's Most Feared Bounty Hunter. Give him a midlife crisis, a gang of cyberpunk Vespa enthusiasts. It was only saved when the Mandalorian showed up and basically hijacked the show. 14. Ahsoka, a show requiring more homework than a university degree. 200 hours of cartoons, 3 novels, and a Rosetta Stone course on lightsaber twirling. Still less confusing than Sabine's haircut. 13. Revenge of the Sith. Anakin's villain arc, from whiny mechanic to crispy Vader in jig time. Natalie Portman achieves the impossible, looking beautiful, while dying of, let me check my notes, bad screenwriting. 12. Star Wars Clone Wars. Tartakovsky's mini masterpieces, proving Star Wars works best when nobody's talking. More character development in 3-minute segments than the entire sequel movies. 11. The Bad Batch. Clone troopers with exactly one personality trait each. They combine to form almost one complete character. It's like watching the A-Team in space if Mr. T were genetically engineered to punch droids. 10. Rogue One. Gritty war drama where all the heroes die, aka Suicide Squad done right. This time with 400% more British robots. Darth Vader's hallway scene was worth the price of admission alone. Turns out Star Wars is better. Much fucking better when everyone dies before they can get ruined in a sequel. 9. The Force Awakens. A New Hope 2.0. Now with 30% more Death Star and dialogue that sounds like it was written by ChatGPT's drunk cousin. J.J. Abrams proving he can successfully copy someone else's homework while changing just enough of it to avoid detection. 8. Tales of the Jedi. Short, sweet, and mercifully devoid of unnecessary comic relief characters. Just like my synopsis you're getting here. Getting the point across without the faff. Star Wars Rebels starts slower than a Gungan peace treaty. Ends with wolves that bend reality and space-time. Because lightsabers weren't trippy enough. What were these guys on? I want some of that. 6. Return of the Jedi. Ewoks. Proof that teddy bears would absolutely commit war crimes if you steal their honey. Han's character development? What character development? Just focus on the bikini as she gets the tongue from a giant slug. 5. The Clone Wars. Turns out prequels can be good if you add 7 seasons of war crimes and make Anakin slightly less punchable. 4. Andor. I'm pouring myself a drink because I'm fucking losing the will to live. I'll cut that out. Right, moving on. 4. Andor. Star Wars for adults who've grown tired of space wizards and toy marketing. Features actual nuanced characters, political intrigue, and not solving every problem with a glow stick. It's like Le Carré wrote a Star Wars series after a particularly bitter divorce. 3. The Mandalorian. A space western, set in space obviously, that gave us Baby Yoda, fucking annoying thing, and reminded Disney that sometimes less is more, until they actually decided that more was more and shoved them in every character they could sell as an action figure. Plot? Something about a guy in a helmet learning to share his chicken nuggets. 2. A New Hope. I'm getting some hope here. The classic fanboy whines about chores, space wizard dies to Darth Wheezy, and a moon-sized plot hole explodes. The miracle movie where everything went wrong during production, yet somehow it created cinema history. A farm boy, a smuggler, and a princess walked into a space station, and we're still talking about it 50 years later. And boom, 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 number 1. And my choice as well, so at least we agree on something. The Empire Strikes Back. Cinema's pinnacle, the Citizen Kane of daddy issues, features the most awkward family reunion in galactic history. A Muppet teaches his existentialism, and a carbon-freezing spa treatment that did wonders for Han's complexion. Proof, sometimes the sequel actually is better than the original. Well, there you go. Like the Force itself, this franchise is 99% baffling bull and 10% pure magic. Thankfully, Natalie Portman's hair and Andor's grim realism balance the scales. Mostly. Not my ranking, remember. This is the people's score on IMDb. Don't blast me for it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm away to argue with strangers on the internet about why the Millennium Falcon would absolutely destroy the Enterprise in a fight. Don't at me unless you're bringing whiskey and a reasonable argument. And even then, I'm still right. May common sense be with you, though based on the comments section, I suspect that's rarer than a hen's tooth. I'm great.